Alright, what's good YouTube? Gentlemen, Tom's here back on another video channel, and today we have our CDLA Week 5 team builder before the match. Today, we the ComemonScarlet are going up against one of my pretty good friends in Honch, coach of the Fort Lauderdale Feather Dancers. This is going to be our first time playing in a while, but we've definitely played a good amount of times before, like 6, 7, 8 times, something like that. So we kind of know each other a little bit about playstyles and whatnot. Now, Honch's team is really scary and fucking annoying. I'm just gonna be honest, it's so unbelievably fat on some places. So his team consists of Deoxys Attack, which is just stupid, Mega Lopunny, Gliscor, Milotic, RAIKOU, Ferrothorn, Ribombee, Tyrantrum, Spiritomb, and Raboot. So yeah, he has Deoxys Attack and honestly Tyrantrum as the two biggest threat for our team. Now Tyrantrum isn't a big threat if we are bringing the Donphan, because Donphan kind of walls it pretty decently, but the Deoxys Attack is a menace. I don't have an answer defensively at all. I have zero, and I mean zero mons that can switch into that thing. So we are kind of screwed a little bit when it comes to that, but I do have a strategy to beat that thing, because this league does allow all cut moves, so you can kind of guess what the strategy is for that is going to be. Where Deoxys Attack is going to be the most annoying menace offensively. Defensively, we have to break through the Gliscor, Milotic, Ferrothorn combo. I even think he's going to bring Spiritomb just because Pheromosa is like our main mon. Now, unfortunately, Pheromosa with its U-turn will be neutral, and like a U-turn into a defensive Spiritomb is still doing like 20-30%, and I'm probably not staying in on that thing. I am bringing something on, but we are bringing Pheromosa. That's not even a secret, right? I am bringing something on Pheromosa that can potentially help a little bit with the Spiritomb should it come. But overall, we need to literally just whittle down his Gliscor, Milotic, Ferrothorn, and then we can beat the Lopunny, I think, fairly decently. We can beat RAIKOU. Can be a little bit of an issue with the mons we brought. So either I'm hoping he doesn't bring it, or I'm hoping I can deal with it in some form or fashion. We have decent mons for it, but all our RAIKOU could turn out to be a little bit of an issue. And I guess we might as well just jump straight into our own team. So what we're bringing first, as I mentioned, is going to be Queen the Pheromosa. I forgot nicknames. I am really good for getting the nicknames. Wow. Queen the Pheromosa with the Heavy Duty Boost, Beast Boost, U-turn, Ice Beam. I'm running Ice Beam, Close Combat, Toxic, 252 in attack, 4 in defense, 252 in speed with a Jolly Nature. So we just max speed to outspeed the Deoxys. We hit 150. We are base 151. It's base 150. It's just max to outspeed. I could actually probably do it like this, just Ice Beam does, you know, a little bit more. And the reason I'm doing it down in speed def rather than physically defense is because of fake out Lopunny in case we need to do anything for that. So that's just the reason. Now you're rocking U-turn, Ice Beam, Close Cover, and Toxic. The reason for that is because U-turn is just really good. If you send into Ferrothorn with like a Rocket Helmet, that would suck because we're taking a lot of damage. But we're running Ice Beam because I think his Gliscor is going to be physically defensive. I think it could be speed def because it is one of his better answers to the Ansi, but I feel like the Milotic is just straight up a better answer for that. And then having like a physically defensive Gliscor and a physically defensive Spiritomb to just shut down Pheromosa makes sense. I'm running Toxic. If I see the Spiritomb, then I might just click Toxic with Pheromosa the first time we're in, because when I send this in, it's to try and kill something. I'm not sending in all willy-nilly. I'm trying to kill something. So clicking a Toxic on a potential switch just seems pretty smart. It is very risky because if he stays in and hit us, there's a good chance we just die because we don't have the bulk to survive a whole lot. But other than that, I don't think Pheromosa is like super important in this matchup. The main thing for my Pheromosa is just it outspeeds Deoxys. That's like the main thing. It's the fastest thing on the field. That's why it's kind of good in this matchup. Next up we have Titania. This is going to be Titania, the Mega Diancie. Titania. It's going to be rocking the Dance Side Magic Bounce, of course, Moonblast, Mystical Fire, Hidden Power, Ice, and Stealth Rock. 120 in HP, 252 per second, 136 in speed with Timid Nature. So Honch has a little bit of gap from RAIKOU down to Gliscor, and even then, you typically don't see Gliscor be ran with a whole lot of speed. So we can actually just, you know, run quite a lot of bulk in our Diancie. And I'm running Hidden Power Ice, of course, for the Gliscor. We have Mystical Fire, so we can hit the Ferrothorn. And Moonblast is pretty spammable. It's good for, of course, the Spiritomb. It hits the Milotic pretty neutral, but again, we don't beat the Milotic with this set. We can Mystical Fire it into a Moonblast, so it doesn't do too much to us back, but overall, this is here to just help break down some of his walls. It's a good way to assert pressure. It's Stealth Rocks, so because I'm not, as you can maybe guess, I'm not bringing Donphan, but Stealth Rocks, we're running Stealth Rock on this. And overall, this is just pretty good offensively. It beats a lot of his mon. If Tyrantrum isn't Trishscarf or doesn't have like a Dragon Dance up or anything, this outspeeds it and can... I'm pretty sure it kills with like a Moonblast. I haven't checked, but I'm pretty sure it does. It's also pretty decent for Ribombee because Ribombee cannot like set up sticky webs, it cannot set up stun spore, stuff like that. So we just mount them back. So it's actually not half bad. Like it's not completely bad to switch to Ribombee if I think he's gonna webs. Next up we have Sneasel. We have Kuzan, the Sneasel, Kuzan. The Sneasel with Choice Scarf, Inner Focus, Pursuit, Pursuit, Low Kick, Knockoff, and Triple Action. 148 in HP, 252 in attack, on 108 in speed with the Adamant nature. So we have Sped Creep to outpace the Deoxys speed with our Choice Scarf. And the reason with Choice Scarf is if I know 100% the Deoxys is not Colbur Berry, so let's say I can see its boots because it hasn't taken hazard damage, or I can see its Life Orb because it took Life Orb damage, stuff like that. I can swap into Sneasel after it kills something and just click Pursuit and we get the guaranteed kill. Should he stay in, we kill it. Should he swap out, we kill it. If it's Colbur Berry, it kind of depends. If he swaps, I think it actually still dies even with the Colbur Berry. If he stays in, it doesn't die, but I just need a little bit of hazard damage and it should be able to potentially kill. But even if he stays in and I click Pursuit and I die, but he lives, he has no health left after that. So I can just sit in Pheromosa after that, U-turn. Should he swap out, he's going to take a lot of damage on the switch back in and potentially die, or he's just going to like be at 0% almost. So yeah, this is just a way to deal with Deoxys. If I can predict that he's not going to go for a fighting move. So let's say he brings the Deoxys in against like our Zapdos, or wait, you haven't seen, never mind. You see him bring Deoxys in against like some Mon. And I'm thinking, okay, he's not going to click a fighting move. I can potentially swap into Sneasel, because Sneasel can take a hit. And he won't be able to click like a psychic move at all, because we're of course immune. So it's a good way to just kind of play around the Deoxys attack a little bit. Next up we have Stormbreaker, the Zapdos, with the Heavy Duty Boot, Static, Hurricane, Thunderbolt, Roost, and Defog. Honestly, I could consider taking Defog off of this, because I think Hazards actually hurts our opponents slightly more than it hurts us. Now, I brought a physically defensive Zapdos to kind of help with Megalopony, but honestly, it doesn't do well. Like, it's mostly just here to take a hit from Megalopony and potentially get the static power, right? Megalopony can run Triple Axle, which would do a lot. I don't want that, like, that's gonna hurt. But if we get the static power in exchange, that might actually be worth it, because if we can pair that Megalopony, it becomes way less of a threat. Because right now, Megalopony is like a little bit of a threat, but I do feel like we can deal with it fairly well. And overall, Zapdos is just here to be like a pivot to a lot of mons. I thought about running, I originally did have U-turn over Defog, but I think Defog, just because of webs and spikes and rocks, like if he sets all of that up and we don't have any hazard up, I want to defog them away. This also, of course, swaps into... Sorry. This also swaps into like a Ribombee fairly easily, so like it might take a lot of damage, but if I can see he's like specs or anything, I can just swap into some other mons. So this is just a pivot to scout a lot. Next up, we have... Oh god, I don't even remember what the hell was it Isma? I think it Isma the Rosary. I might have changed it, I'll check afterwards. The Rosary with Life Orb, Technician, Energy Ball, Hidden by Fire, Spikes... Sorry. Spikes and Synthesis with 248 in HP, 156 in special attack, 104 in speed with a Timid Nature. This can do a lot of damage. This is like one of our best mons to break his defensive core. It hits the Gliscor, it hits the Milotic, it hits the Ferrothorn. Two of them for super effective damage, and Gliscor with the Life Orb doesn't actually take the Energy Ball too well. Like, he has to either Roost, or if he attacks, we probably will beat it. I put enough speed in our Rosary to we should outspeed most Gliscors, unless he's running like an offensive Gliscor. And if he's running an offensive Gliscor, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that. But yeah, Rosary can be really good for getting spikes up to pressure, but also just offensive pressure. It can provide a lot. Even the Spiritomb doesn't do a whole lot, so we can like Energy Ball that for a lot of damage. So overall, I'm pretty confident in Rosary being pretty good in this match. And lastly, we have Raiha, the Suicune. Now, this spot was between like Donphan and Suicune for the most part. I didn't really think too much about Miltank, because Miltank kind of just loses to a lot of his stuff. I opted to go for Suicune because I didn't want the ice weakness to be on both of our physically defensive mons in Zapdos and Donphan. Just so our opponent could just spam Triple Axle. I would rather have it like this. Rocky Helmet is also just to get chipped on the Lopunny. It can get chipped on like a U-turning Gliscor. It can get chipped on like a Tyrantrum, a Reboot should it come. It's not good against RAIKOU. That's the main reason why I want maybe Donphan. But even then, RAIKOU does get Skull for whatever reason. Like, I think it's cool, but it's also kind of like, why? You know, why? But yeah. I have put the 20 in... as you can see, we have 248 in HP, 212 in defense, 28 in special defense, and 20 in speed. The 20 in speed It's just if he wants to speed creep us with the Melodic or something. I could speed creep the Tyrantrum, but honestly, I don't think Tyrantrum is coming. It doesn't have a good matchup because the entirety of our like team, except for Suicune, outspeeds and hits the Tyrantrum very hard. The only one that cannot hit it is Zapdos. And honestly, I'm fine with that. Like Pheromosa, Diancie, Sneasel, Roserade, pretty much all OHKO to some extent. The Tyrantrum, maybe Sneasel does because it hits on the physical side. But I don't see Tyrantrum coming. I don't think it's great in this matchup. If it does come, I'll have to deal with it. Like Suicune can still take a hit, but like a Choice Band, a Head Smash, that is gonna hurt a lot. And now we're running Scald, Whirlpool, Rest, Toxic. This is it is basically a stall set, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, this is meant to 1v1 the Milotic, maybe 1v1 the Ferrothorn, depending. If the Ferrothorn is like has some offense with Power Whip, we unfortunately cannot. But we can sit in front of the Milotic, sit in front of the Gliscor, it doesn't matter at all. Like that one we beat easily. Sit in front of Ribombee, sit in front of Spiritomb, and we can sit in front of Lopunny, we can sit in front of Reboot. Deoxys is a little bit of an issue, but I still feel like we can take a hit if he swaps it in on us, and I'm taking the damage I can get on Deoxys. Any damage I can get on Deoxys is just perfect. But yeah, that's our team for this week. As always, if you like the video so far, make sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment below with a photo of the team builder, and subscribe to the channel for future videos. I will head into the battle, so peace, YouTube. Alright, what's good, YouTube? Welcome to the battle of our CDLA Week 4 matchup against Honch, coach of the Fort Lauderdale Feather Dancers. As you can see, he brought the Deoxys, the Deoxys attack, Milotic, Ferrothorn, RAIKOU, Mega Lopunny, and Gliscor. So pretty much what I assumed he would bring. Like, I thought he might spring in like a Spiritomb or Tyrantrum or even Ribombee, maybe. No, he just went with the 6. You know, the 6 we all thought was gonna come. I kind of want to lead Roserade. I think Roserade leads up very well against anything that's not the Deoxys. And if he leads Deoxys, you know... I think actually he could lead Lopunny. I mean, I could lead Pheromosa, right? Pheromosa should outspeed everything. The only Choice Scarf I see him really having would be RAIKOU. If he's a madman and Choice Scarf is Deoxys, you know, it is what it is. I'll have to deal with it afterwards, I suppose. But I mean, I guess if you Choice Scarf Deoxys, we can take Deoxys out immediately. So actually, do I lead Pheromosa with that in mind? Because if he leads Lopunny, we get a free, like, close combat off. I might actually do that. Yeah, fuck it. I'm leaving Pheromosa. He leads Gliscor. Okay. This is interesting. Gliscor has to carry like a flying move in order to really, like, to guarantee do a lot to us. Like, he would have to carry like Aerial Ace or something. Problem is, I don't know how like Spadef he is compared to physically defensive. If I had any info, I would just click Ice Beam here. But I don't. Do I take the risk that he's Choice Scarf on this thing? Do I? I don't know. Like, I have good switches. Like, I do. I have Suicune and I have Zapdos, pretty decent. But I think if he doesn't have bulk in this, like Spadef bulk, I just take him out with an Ice Beam. Like, guaranteed always. And he also has to have, like, Aerial Ace to kill us. To even come close to killing us. Like, none of the others do. Like, Knockoff would be a little bit annoying because we would lose our boots. But he didn't bring Ribombee, so we only have to look out for hazards. Am I taking this chance? I think I might just take the chance, honestly. He might go Milotic on, like, the ice move. That's pretty obvious, you know? Oh, this is so annoying. I'm like, am I risking this or not? He has to be very Spadef. Like, very Spadef to take the Ice Beam. Even if he is Spadef, he has to be, like... If he's still Jolly, we still have a chance to kill, actually. Yeah, no, we can just kill. Ooh! Also, he might think we're special now because we clicked Ice Beam, so I'm actually... Whew, okay. That turned out very well in our favor. That could have gone very wrong, but it turned out super well. Plus, we got the speed boost, so no Choice Scarfers are gonna revenge against us. Nothing. Nothing is revenging against us. Because we're max speed, so even if he's Choice Scarf Deoxys, I literally just U-turn on him. Getting Gliscor out of the way immediately. Oh, that makes this... Whew, okay. That's a good start. That's a really good start. Like, a really good start. Okay, he goes Ferrothorn. Yeah, okay. So it's because this thing does take a hit. Like, no matter what. And he's probably going to be like a Rocky Helmet stuff type thing. I want to go hard Rose Raid, I'm not gonna lie. But losing the life orb would be a little bit annoying, because I think he might knock off here. He could go Zapdos. Zapdos should indicate a potential Heat Wave. He might go RAIKOU on that. That's probably his best bet, right? You know, I'm just gonna go hard Zapdos. That also could give him the indication that we might be, what's it called? Like, by going hard instead of U-turning, we give the illusion that we might be Specs. So that's like a really smart way to do this, right? Yeah, we would have died to that Gyro Ball, so I'm pretty happy about this. He might take this opportunity to try and set up spikes, but honestly, I'm just gonna fire a fucking Hurricane. And I miss, of course. Die. Yes, we lose our heavy duty boots. He still hasn't gotten static power, because, you know, that's just, you know, great. Terrible knockoff. I mean, I imagine it's spikes. Maybe lead seed. I want to roost, but then again, the health in Zapdos isn't that important. Like, it loses a little bit of a switch to low punny, but it's not that important. I kind of want to almost hard into, like... Okay, it's risky going hard like Pheromosa, expecting like a RAIKOU, right? That's like the main thing I'm thinking right now. I don't think I want that, because I don't swap to RAIKOU very well, so I have to play around that thing like a lot. I have to really think about what I'm doing. If he's like Calm Mind RAIKOU, that's a little bit of an issue, I think. I'm not going. I don't know. He's not actually. Yeah, no, he's not clicking. There's no chance here that he's clicking. What's it called? There's absolutely zero chance here he's clicking. What's it called? Gyro Ball. So I could go to Ansi maybe. I think I kind of want to just fire out the Hurricane again. Yeah, so he does go RAIKOU. I should have seen. Damn, I should have done the swap. I'm still gonna take the damage. 23. He's not leftovers, so maybe still Choice Scarf. We don't know yet. We cannot know yet, basically. I want to roost to see damage, but I'm so... Well, him not being leftovers makes it a little bit iffy if he's like a substitute set, like Subcom Mine. Right? I kind of want to roost to see what he wants to do. A little bit. I feel like that's not too bad of a play. As long as he's not as long as he's literally not Subcom Mine. Which, I mean, if he's Subcom Mine or even Subtoxic, that's, you know, annoying. And I just have to deal with it, I suppose. Because he doesn't... Well, actually, if he's Specs... Let's be real here. If he's like Specs, he can kill us, potentially, if he's Specs. If he's Life Orb, he does not. Specs has a chance. I'm gonna roost. He is C... Rain... It's Thunder right. So that also means you're Skull. The rain is up right now. It's probably Thunder. Bang. Did you just go Rose Rain? He probably has extra sensory on it, actually. Now that I think about it. Extra sensory does a lot. So Zapdos. I can kind of stall the rain out a little bit, see what he wants to do. Thunder is a potential 2-hit KO. 74.2%, yeah. Chance if he's like max timid. They just see Rain Dance. That's interesting. He has a +1 speed, so he does deal with a lot of our team right now. Diancie with the Rain or Skull doesn't kill. I'm gonna roost, try and stall some turns out here. Basically. Because if Rain is not there, we do decently against this. Yeah, the extra sensory would be annoying if he has that. Right. Rain Dance, Thunder, Scald, 100%. Extra sensory. It has to be extra sensory, the last move. Otherwise, he literally does not touch Rose Raid at all. I want to go Rose Raid like a lot. So much. But if he clicks extra sensory on this, I'm gonna go Rose Raid. Don't click extra sensory. Don't para actually more. You are kidding. You are joking, because I'm not natural Q, I'm technician. He doesn't know that, right? But that's... Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. Don't para. He does have it. He get... You are joking. Oh my god, you are kidding. He did not just para Roserade into crit. This is what I don't get it. I have played this match very well so far, right? Very well. And he fucking gets away with this. I mean, even if he swaps, I have to roost on the Thunder. His last Thunder did 49, which I think is like in the range, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's literally kind of like... So he has a... It says 70... Why does it 74? Wait. I'm just so like... You can't be serious, right? Oh, that's so ass! You can't be... This thing is giving me issues now. I might actually have to lose another mon to this thing. This is... It might not be special attack. Either he's getting very unlucky, he's not max special attack. So I mean, he can still pop Rain Dance, right? We can like hope. He's been getting low rolls. I'm so afraid to attack, right? Yeah. So I'm so afraid to attack. I don't have switches right now. I'm gonna try and do some damage. He's gonna set up the rain. I'm gonna hurricane on that. Get damage. I might have to play rolls and whatnot, which is really annoying. He definitely also outspeeds Sneasel. Like, I'm pretty confident in that. He should have enough speed for that. Like, he's spread crap Diancie 100%. The Sneasel does take a hit, which is like okay. I just have to hope he doesn't fucking stall Sneasel and get the burn. That would be really bad. Sneasel doesn't even fucking kill from where it's at, unless I click to the left. I'm like, I kind of think I have to just take the damage. Hope he doesn't get a high roll. Yeah, I'm probably losing. That brought him so much back in this. Fuck off. He's getting so fucking lucky now. It's stupid. Diancie takes the hit. That's the only thing I have right now. Diancie takes the hit. He's scald. Oh, he's well ball, not scald. Oh. I mean, he has to be Power Whip, right? I mean, I'm going to Suicune to try and see, but he spikes, okay. I'm gonna Whirlpool, get like residual damage slowly. He probably, yeah, no, okay, he has knockoff. That's actually fine. I'll take that. I'll Scald. Lead Seed, okay. This is gonna be fucking annoying. Give me the burn. I deserve it, please. Oh my god, what is with the no burns? Can we... Like, come on, where's the things I deserve? Please. Okay, Power Whip does 40 to 48. I still take one, even after with the lead seed, I think. Okay. Yo, where is... Okay, he does not have Power Whip. I can kind of stall this thing a little bit. Where's my burn? Can I get the burn already? Like, please. Like, we can't be serious. Can I get the burn already? Like, come on, game. Can I get the burn already? Yeah, I figured he would. Sneasel, I think Sneasel dies from the 3 spikes, right? 3 days will do. Yeah, 25. Sneasel's dead. I can't even go into Sneasel, so I might as well sec. Okay, I can close combat the Deoxys if it's not fucking Sash. I don't know what it is yet. I mean, that's my best. Yeah, that's my best bet, right? Close combat, boom. Die, shit, little piece of shit, man. Yeah. I no, low pony fake out. How much does this do? Fake out kills me. That's the same. Because my logic, he's not gonna max defensive flame orb. Oh, that's he probably recovers here, right? I mean, that's what he should do. Because it is life orb, I thought so. I guess a U-turn here, right? I think Pharaoh dies to 1 U-turn. It should. This thing gets Z-speed? Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. This was the worst game I've ever played. This thing gets fucking extreme speed? Yeah, it does. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Okay, that's on me on the prep, but I did. I'm so defeated. I'm actually just so defeated. I'm just gonna round out the video. That's not gonna be an outro. We see you later. Bye.